Hey Scott, I was just going to invite you to if you wanted to come check out my live stream. Excuse me a moment, guys. I got a phone call coming in. Sorry about that. Yeah, I figured you just hung up to go back to business. Sorry about that. And then you tried to call me back. Yeah, I was just going to try to invite you if you wanted to come check out my live stream. So I was going to try to send you the link to your Facebook, but then I saw that you don't allow other people to post on the news feed. So I was going to try to message you, but I saw you weren't on. You weren't on. So all right, I just wanted to invite you. See, if you have the time, what right? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Scott. Scott. Would love to talk to you about this more, but right now I just took my life, and I was just trying to invite you. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a call back. We'll figure it out. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. All right. Bye. I was trying to just to let you guys know. I was just trying to invite a friend of mine to join us. He's busy with the wife, so anyways, let's see. Anybody else here? No, it looks like I'm still on my own here. So let me see now. If I'm the only one here. Yeah. Um. After school. Hmm. When you are a diver, everyone knows that you are a diver. Everyone says you notice it. And you know you're a diver. Everyone knows that you are a liar. In there. And I'm the only one here right now. See if I can clear that up. There's no saying that the YouTube feed looked a little fuzzy, so they had reboot that, see if that would help, and looks like it did. That's good to know. Ah. Da 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 Da, 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 da. Oh, look like we have some people in here now. Three people in here. Yay! Got some lurkers in here. How you guys doing tonight? Um, if you guys can go ahead and like and share and see if we can get some more people in here, that'd be appreciated. And just as we had three people in here, it looks like we have them all disappear, including me, apparently. But I'm here. I'm on a diver, and everyone knows you wanna cry, and everything comes to you to say. And everyone knows you're a diver, everyone. Everyone knows that you are a diver. And when you know you are there, everyone knows you're there. When you know you are such a diver, everyone knows that you are a diver. And when you come there to you, everyone knows your rule. Even though you are such a diver, and everyone knows that you are a crier, and every says to you, oh there. Okay now. Ah, break the chain. And you could take it and everyone knows, say it then again. You could take it and every day. I am a gangster, everyone knows. You are around and everyone says, howdy Dave. Howdy Mike. Hey Dave. Hey Dave. How you doing, man? How's your day going today? Hmm. See, I just watched the corniest political ad ever, but I loved it. It was Dan Crenshaw. Dude looks like Big Boss. Yeah, Dan Crenshaw's a bit of a character. I know he's a military guy. Um, got the eye patch and everything. So, um, oh yeah,
So what I guess are you from his neck of the woods then, there, Dave? Are you from like Texas? Well, now we have a third person joining us. That's good. Starting to get our people in here, huh? No, he's Texas, but we're all Americans. Yeah, true enough. Albeit some Americans aren't don't seem to be too proud that they're Americans, apparently, but don't take too much pride in that. Woody's here. Hello, talking about Bubba from Cobb County Corrections. Oh, the big boss man? No, we're not talking about Ray Traylor, the big boss man. Big Bubba Rogers. No, we're not talking about him. We're talking about a guy named Dan Crenshaw. He's a congressman out of Texas. If you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia, you better be looking all around. Gonna do some hard time. You're gonna do some hard time. When the big boss man comes down to, gonna do some hard time. He'll be coming after you doing hard time. Doing some hard time. Big boss man's coming right to your door. Gonna do it, baby, baby. Do some hard time. How you doing tonight, Woody? Or are you the one who left? I had up to three people, and then it went back down to two. Ah, here we go. Yeah, Crenshaw is on Brent Weinstein's broadcast once in a while. No, I was talking Metal Gear. Howdy, Woody. Hmm. Eh, My viewers. Ah, hmm. So, Woody, what about you? How'd your day go today? Oh, we're already coming up on 15 minutes here. Time seemed to go fast today. Well, I was trying to call a friend of mine, trying to see if I can get him to come on, but he's out with the wife tonight. So, okay, I'm playing catch up. I'm pretty tired. Might not make it through the whole stream. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. You're here, anyways. Um, oh yeah. So let's see. Yeah, we're just past the 15-minute mark. Maybe wait a couple more minutes here. See if I actually did a little promotional work over on Tug's stream, kind of letting some people know over there. But I know, so Tug's right now going on right now as well. So maybe in about another minute or two, I'll probably go through what's on tap for tonight. Give me one moment. I go off screen to take care of something here. I'm back. Back from the hands of time. Going back to when. Back to when you. Granted, a little more color me bad right there, but uh, let's see, 16 minutes. Okay, let's see, 16 and a half coming up here. Let's see. Oh, we got a third person just came in. Hello, third person. How are you doing tonight? Hope all is well. Hope you've had a good day today. Just waiting to see if we can get some more people in here before I get started. All right, so I'll push it to about a 20-minute mark. We'll just wait to see if we can get some more people here. So, anything exciting happen for you guys today? Anything you guys want to talk about? Mm, mm. Everyone knows you're a diver, and everyone says you do. Okay. When you know you're a diver, and everyone knows that you are a crier, and everyone says to you, okay. I was there till you realize everyone knows that you are a crier. Okay, we have three people in here. That's good to see. Hmm, hmm. When you know you're a diver and everyone says to you, okay. Oh, Dave. Okay, Dave just said something here. Nothing exciting, but I've been watching the MacGyver reboot, and it's great. Yeah, on Sunday nights I've been watching some reruns of some old shows on YouTube. Kind of my heaven, it was initially my heaven to hell lineup until I added 21 Jump Street. So like from 8 to midnight I watched 21 Jump Street back in the 80s. Then then Highway to Heaven, and then Highlander the series with Adrian Paul, and then Forever Night. So I've been watching that stuff. Okay, 1953. We're coming up on the 20-minute mark now. 20 minutes. Okay, I think I've waited long enough. People probably will end up showing up soon. But here's what's on tap for tonight, guys. And also, please always remember, if you can, to like and share so we can see if we can get more people in here to join us. Um, so, um, so what's on tap tonight? I've got a couple stories on the anime front. Funimation made an announcement in regards to Azure Lane, and as well as there was an announcement made about Sword Art Online as well. Let's see, you guys. Couple comments here from Woody. Let's see what he has to say. Been watching old Columbia on YouTube, mostly watching his Glass Eye. You mean Columbo? I guess that's what you actually meant. Columbo, the Peter Falk detective series. Yeah, classic TV. Better than the modern day garbage we get, huh? Okay, so with that being said, let's get going on the news stories here. I said we have a couple of stories here, so we'll go ahead and take a look at them. On the anime front here, some interesting stuff here. Um, yeah, let's see. Funimation support claims Azure Lane, the complete series physical release, will not be censored. Okay, I guess they're finally responding to some of the claims that it was going to be censored. Here, let's get into the story here. Azure Lanes can rejoice again, once again, as after a rumor alleged that the upcoming physical release of Azure Lane complete series would be censored, Funimation's customer support has confirmed that this will not be the case. Yeah, my guess is after hearing a lot of the backlash over it, and with what happened with like interspecies reviewers and a few of the others, they realized no, we probably don't want to censor this. People are already pissed off at us enough as it is. So, so, um, so continuing on here. Earlier this week, Bounding into Comics reported that the owner of longtime online anime retailer Robert's Anime Corner claimed that Funimation confirmed for us this week that their release of Azure Lane, which they rated 14 plus rather than TVMA, will be censored. However, after publication of this article, a tweet by user at Mr. AJ Cosplay began to circulate that showed a response from the Funimation support team that asserted there will be no censoring on this home video. And I guess here's a copy of the tweet right here, I guess. To confirm this statement, Bounding into Comics separately reached out to Funimation, who confirmed that the Azure Lane home video release will be the uncut version of the series. Which as a fan, I would say I'm glad for that. Any previous posts that are not directly from Funimation's blog or social media are incorrect. The support staff elaborated, please disregard any news outlet that is not directly from Funimation. So, and I guess Stuart Pelzer, hello Funimation user, thank you for contacting Funimation support. The Azure Lane home video release will be the uncut version of the series. There will be no censoring on this home video. Any previous posts that are not directly, of course, basically reiterating everything I just read. And I guess it was in response to this. Um, as of writing, the owner of Robert's Anime Corner has not publicly responded to Funimation's refutation. Azure Lane, the complete series, is set to release on November 24th and is currently available for pre order from various retailers. Yeah, well, I would imagine Robert is probably feeling a little embarrassed at this point that you know, or you know, maybe or maybe he will comment on it. But my guess is there's always a possibility that maybe they were intending to censor it, but once the news got leaked, and once there started being an outcry for it, and considering with what happened with like interspecies reviewers, and what's going on with Uzaki-chan and stuff like that, I would say Funimation just didn't want or need another headache. They're already getting a lot of bad press. This didn't need to happen to them. That's probably why they're doing this. But I guess we really won't know until it comes out in November. There, see, when they say the release was set to come out November 24th. So I'm guessing that's the week of, let's see, November 24th. Yeah, that's Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. So, so there you go. So I guess we'll know then whether or not it is being censored. For absolute certainty. I guess we just got to take Funimation's. Granted, I know a lot of people say we should take Funimation's word with a grain of salt, but I think again, I think they may have there's always that possibility they were originally intending to censor it, but amidst the leak and facing backlash, they probably thought, no, we better release the uncut version, or else we're gonna get fried again. They've been getting fried for the last year and a half or so. So, do you believe Azure Lane will be released uncensored? What is your opinion of Robert's role in this news? Let us know your thoughts on social media or in the comments below. Well, let's see. Let's see if you guys did say anything in response to that. Let's see. There are probably people screeching about the decision as we speak. Yeah, yeah, Dave, you're probably right there. You probably have a bunch of the twits sitting there, going, why did you do that? Why did you decide to release it uncut? You're going to pervert everybody's mind. Sometimes doing voices like that, man. Screech! Excuse me a moment. I go off screen for a sec. Yeah, now I think I'm making my voice a little scratchy there from trying to do that voice. Anyways, so yeah, my take is I think when this got leaked first I think Funimation was probably not happy with Robert of Robert's Anime Corner for saying this. They probably did get some backlash for it. There were probably people saying, "Hey, why aren't you releasing the uncut version?" And then they just, they may originally were deciding to put out a censored version, and then once once the mess hit the fan, they basically said, "No, we better release the uncut version." So and there are probably people screeching about that as well. So it's like, the old saying, "You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't." Hey, Woody's got something to say here now. Let's see what Woody has to say. It really has been weird to see censorship decline for most of my life as an acknowledged evil, and then society reversed itself, and there's a huge rush to censor everything. Yeah, well, Woody, in life, things work in cycles. That's one of the things about life itself is that things just work in cycles. There's gonna. You're right. Probably in our generation, we work to open things up more, and then now they want to lock everything down. They want to, but then there are a lot of people out there who want to control the narrative too, and that's part of the reason why all the censorship is happening because they want to control the narrative. I want to be able to tell people, make people feel like crap for certain things that are not their fault. So, anyways, so that being said, we can move on. Well, unless you guys have anything more you want to say about this particular article before I move on to the next one. I got through that one kind of quick. Okay, as I see no more comments coming in on this one, I think I will and move on to the next article, which is in regards to Sword Art. Oh, and look at this picture right here. That might be a little suggestive right there. Just how they cropped that picture right there. So here's the other story that I found tonight that I was gonna go ahead and cover here. Sword Art Online announces new anime series Sword Art Online Progressive. Okay, let's take a look and see how this all goes here. Sword Art Online recently announced a brand new anime series with Sword Art Online Progressive. The series was announced following the conclusion of the final episode of Sword Art Online Alicization. So over in Japan, they're probably done showing it, but we obviously here in the States we still haven't finished the dub yet because with all the COVID stuff going on. But maybe they'll start it back up again on Toonami soon, hopefully. But well, I guess we'll be waiting and seeing. It was subsequently shared to the official Sword Art Online anime Twitter account with a 15-second teaser saying the series will debut on November 6th, 2022. So in about 2 years. And that's all in Japanese, of course. Along with the 15-second teaser, they also released a piece of key art. Look at that right there. Look at Asuna right there, huh? Given the anime's name, it's highly likely the series will adapt the Sword Art Online Progress light novel by Reki Kawahara. Um, the light novel tells the story of Sword Art Online from the beginning, starting with Kirito and Asuna's adventure on the deadly world of um, Aincrad. Um, However, it doesn't just retread Kirito and Asuna's story. Instead, it provides significantly more details as Kirito and Asuna scale the first 100 floors of Aincrad. The first light novel features stories of Kirito and Asuna's adventures on the first and second floor of Aincrad or Aincrade. It specifically details how those trapped within Aincrade or Aincrad, okay, decide to take on the boss of the first floor in Ilfang, the Kobold Lord, and his rune kobold sentinels. There's some more artwork from the series, of course, it looks like. Maybe this is from the manga. Along with providing significant more details leading up to leading up the fight and the actual fight against Ilfang, the Kobold Lord. It also provides more human characters, moments between Kirito and Asuna, as Kirito treats Asuna to dinner after failing to kill as many wind wasps as her. So it sounds like he lost a bet, huh? um, don't know if you guys have you guys lost bets with your significant others at times where you had to do stuff like that. Let's see. Huh. SAO. Yep. SAO. According to studies, many people will read that soap. Well, yeah. Well, but you notice I say it as um yeah, but even though it's SA. Now, I guess if that was meant to be said as a word, as an acronym, it's probably the Japanese proper Japanese pronunciation for it. I would think is "sao." I would believe, but that's just my guess at it. So, anyways, back to the article here. Let's see. We read that part. The first light novel also delves into Kirito's relationship with the informant Argo, the rat, as well as Kirito and Asuna's discovery of a blacksmithing scam by Nezha. There are 6 volumes in the Sword Art Online Progressive series. The series is published by Yen Press in North America. And I guess here's some more of the manga artwork, manga cover art. Nothing. Here's how they describe the series. There's no way to beat this game. The only difference is when and where you die. 1 month has passed since Akihiko Kayaba's deadly game began, and the body count continues to rise. 2,000 players are already dead. Kirito and Asuna are two very different people, but they both desire to fight alone. Nonetheless, they find themselves drawn together to face challenges from both within and without. Given that the entire virtual world they now live in has been created as a death trap, the surviving players of a Sword Art Online are starting to get desperate. And desperation makes them dangerous to loners like Kirito and Asuna, as it becomes clear that solitude equals suicide. Will the two be able to overcome their differences to find the strength to believe in each other and in so doing survive? Sword Art Online Progressive is a new version of Sword Art Online Tale that starts at the beginning of Kirito and Asuna's epic adventure on the very first level of the deadly world of Inkrad. Inkrad! Look at that. Are you interested in seeing an anime based on Sword Art Online progressive light novel series? Well, what do you guys think of that? Oh, hey, anonymity! It looks like you're here, and you missed the stories already. Hey, driving home. Drive safe, Anon. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, so he just got the two stories that I found, and maybe I'll take a quick peek and see if maybe there are some other stories that come up since I had checked it earlier. Let's see. Okay. Nothing new there, nothing new there, and nothing really interesting there. So yeah, I would say that there's nothing here that is grabbing my attention here. Excuse me for just one moment, guys. Hmm. Okay, I'm back now. I was never into SAO. I've seen it. I've seen the dub versions. They seem pretty good. Like, I would say my favorite series, or the one that I'm most into, tons of those MMORPG type, game slash animes is dot hack series. That's the one I was more into. Thought even the music for it from Seesaw and Fiction Junk. The video game world anime mostly lost my interest a while back. I tried Shield Hero for a while, but it was just okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I at some point will hopefully get around to watching Shield Hero as well. That sounds like an interesting series to me. So I said the one that I really got into was Dot Hack Sign, or the Dot Hack series. That Dot Hack Sign in particular, but also there's like Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight was pretty good. Um, Dot Hack Dot Hack Roots is pretty good too. So, and I like the music from it as well. So, okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty then. Yeah, let's see. Just trying to see who is in here today. All it's saying here is anonymity, Dave, and myself right now, according to YouTube. I guess Woody probably stepped out. I guess he said he was tired, so I went a little too far down there. One One Piece is overrated garbage. Yeah. Wow, we got 4 people in here now. Yay! Somebody else joined. Well, hmm, maybe maybe anonymity was the fourth person. Huh. So let's see. Shield Hero, One Piece. I talked about Dot Hack China. Are there any other like MMORPG type, you know, video game slash animes that you guys are into? I know there are a few out there. Let's see. Dot hack was fun, but not sure if it was. It was MMO. I mean, there is I actually have the games as well. So um, Dot Hack was a multimedia franchise. Okay, the animes were like Dot Hack Sign, Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight, Dot Hack Roots. The games were like Dot Hack Infection, Dot Hack Mutation, Dot Hack, Dot Hack like Quarantine. I think was one. Actually, Quarantine. Can't remember the other one, but and there was also the Dot Hack GU series too, which I think is where Roots came from. Technically, Pokemon Go is an MMORPG. I guess you could call it because you go around and you use, you have the app in your phone or something like that. You go around searching you know, um, for Pokemon, and you try to somehow capture them through your phone or whatever. You know, but I know that the app was a little tricky because at times people would end up like they were so not paying attention that they ended up walking off cliffs at times. Oh boy. I'm still here snoozing in the corner. I played around on some mud and mush back in the 1990s, but there want much themed back then except Trek mush. Okay, all right. Well, I remember the cartoon mush um, from Filmation. It was also part of the Groovy Ghoulies package series, Groovy Ghoulies and Friends. Mush was a canine version of MASH. So I'll be right back here. It's time for the Groovy Ghoulies and Friends, starring the Groovy Ghoulies. Um, Also starring Lassie and the Rescue Rangers, My Favorite Martian, The New Adventures of Gilligan, Fraidy Cat, Wacky and Packy, the Dogs from Mush, and The Secret World of Waldo Kitty. Da 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 da. Filmation was cool. Fraidy Cat. Uh, hmm. Yeah, long there's a bit of a lull here. Quick little announcement, of course. Let's see. I have yet to hear back from the people that I was trying to get for tomorrow night. So, hopefully I'll hear back from them. And if I don't have guests for tomorrow night, I'll open the studio up to you guys if you guys want to join me. I believe it was you. I don't know if it was you, Dave, or Was it Bat? I think it might have been Batgoat who wanted to talk about the Smurfs a bit more, or the Smurfs Snorks. We'll do that a little bit, talk some Vic stuff and whatever else is going on. If I can't get if I don't hear anything from the people I was trying to get on for tomorrow night. I haven't heard back from them yet. So, and I've messaged them a couple of times already. So this week. So, um, oh yeah. So that's where that's all at. Let's see now. So we are coming up on the 1 hour mark. So at least kept the conversation going for that long at least. Let's see now. Um, let's see now. What else can we talk about? We talk some anime. Yeah. So, are you guys looking forward to those releases, to Azure Lane and or Sword Art Online? Well, I think Dave, I know you said that you never got into Sword Art Online. I believe is one thing you said earlier. But are you thinking about maybe checking out Azure Lane if it comes out when it comes out? To be honest, no. Don't know much about Azure Lane. Um, and I know a lot of people hate on SAO, but they're mostly not well versed in anime. Yeah. Well, I do know that um was it about a year ago or so, not during the let's see. Well, actually, it might have been the earlier part of the Alicization arc. There was um a lot of controversy because I don't know if you guys had heard about this or seen it, but apparently there was a rape scene in Sword Art Online Alicization that got a lot of heat from people. You know, like how dare you show that? I recall, in fact, I think Hero Hey actually covered it, if I remember correctly. So, see what anonymity has to say. There was one in like every season, I think. Yeah, but this particular one I remember was in particularly pretty graphic, though. I think that's one of the other things about it. Hmm. Yeah, so. Hmm. Yeah, people keep dropping in and out, I guess. We have 4 people in here right now. I think we've had as many as 5, so that's good to see. Hmm. Oh, 5 are watching now. Cool. Hello, fifth person. How? So the new people who just came in. How are you guys doing tonight? Um, I went over some articles earlier about anime. So Funimation. For those of you who didn't hear earlier, Funimation. Funimation put out a statement, contradicting Robert's Anime Corner, saying that actually the physical release of Azure Lane is not going to be censored, according to Funimation support. And then also, we just read an article about Sword Art Online, in which a new series based on the light novel series Sword Art Online Progressive will be coming out in let's see, November, I think, but and we were talking a little bit about, of course, MMORPG type anime slash games. So, yeah. Oh wow, we went down to 2 people. Yeah, it just seems like it is a slow night, doesn't it? Seems like people are tired tonight. Excuse me a moment here. Well, now we're back up to 3. Keep bouncing back and forth between 2 and 5. Oh, sorry, left for a second to watch a bunch of U.S. presidents sing Baka Mitai. Baka. Which presidents were those, Dave? I'm wondering because if I understand correctly, Baka is the Japanese word. The Baka is the Japanese word for the English word idiot. Um, just got home, going to make some food. Sorry about that. Had to go off screen for a moment. There we go. Just kind of curious, Dave. Which presidents were those? I'm just kind of curious. 'Cause I know the word baka baka is like the Japanese word for idiot. I've been a fool. It's a song. Let's see. I've been a fool. It's a song from a Yakuza game. It was like 35 present. Oh, so this isn't that. These are characters that. Um, it's a broken-hearted love song. So it's not. So it's not the actual president singing. It's just it's some the character. They just put the presidents in the game. Is that what you're basically saying there, Dave? Hmm. No, it was presidential portraits using deep fake technology. Ah, okay. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. But I could see like a few of them who are idiots, basically. You know, yeah, because I know I from what I heard, baka is the Japanese word for like fool or idiot. There's of course the anime Baka and Test, which is pretty good, pretty entertaining. And the left is of course trying to put another Baka in the White House, right? Sleepy Joe, he's a Baka. Baka Joe, Baka Joe, Baka 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 Joe, Baka Joe, Baka Joe, Baka 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 Joe. Baka Joe, Baka Joe, Baka Joe, Baka 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 Joe, Baka Joe, Baka Joe. Baka Joe. Bakajo, Bakajo, Bakajo. He's a Bakajo. He's such a Bakajo. He's so baka. Baka, baka, Bakajo. Baka, baka, Bakajo. Ah, I never underestimate presidents. They got to their position for a reason except Bush Jr. I take it you think that 43 got there because of his daddy. Biden and Harris are corrupt garbage. Agreed, Anna. Um, that's the 1 hour mark. Yeah, it does kind of feel like a more of a lax night tonight. Are you guys ready for this day in each history? Because I think I'm going to I think I am going to kind of wrap this up a little early tonight because it does seem kind of slow here tonight. So I think I'm going to wrap up a little early here. So are you guys ready for this day in each history? Yeah, it's kind of funny. I go over to YouTube. I see the comments up, but they don't show up on the StreamYard one yet. Of course, yep. Of course, yep. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this day in each history. Then gonna kind of wrap things up a little early tonight. Um, again to reiterate, back goat. Hey guys, went to the store after Tug. Sorry, back goat. You saw me on there earlier promoting the stream, right? Perfect timing, yeah, because we're about to finish up the stream by going into this day in each history. Um, but anyways, howdy, back goat. So anyways, as I said, I'm gonna start wrapping this up. I'm gonna do this day in each history. Had a couple little announcements as I mentioned earlier. I still haven't heard back yet from the guests I was trying to get for tomorrow night. If I can't get them on, then of course I'll open up the studio to you guys, to whoever wants to join me for a panel. So Kelsey is hosting Jack's show tonight, whatever Jack's show is. I did, yeah. We had some family problems in chat. Family problems. Family in terms of what? In terms of Tug's community. Okay. Now I'm gonna push back the. This I want to hear. Is everything okay over there, back up with Tug and his community, or as I'm part of it as well? Chat fam. Hope everyone's good. Did something happen back up? See what you have to say here. I think so. We're a little concerned about one of our friends, but a lot of us are emailing him to make sure he's okay. Um, Let me see. Okay? If you would prefer not to mention who it is, I would understand. Um, if you would like to share who it is, so then that way we can, we can maybe have him in our thoughts, prayers, or what have you. For those who believe in that, just if you want to share who that may be, if you can, if you can't, or if you can't, or you don't feel comfortable doing so, I understand. Um, I do hope everything's okay. If you'd like to share who that is, so we maybe keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Otherwise, just let me know that that um, I'd rather you'd rather not say who it is or what's going on. Hey, that it's Gelf Walker. He's having a rough time, so we're trying to cheer him. Yeah, I I was on a stream. I think maybe a week or so ago. I did see. I guess he's going through some medical issues right now, isn't he? I know. I think he's got asthma or something like that. But I think he's going through some other like medical issues right now, isn't he? I think I did hear something along the lines that he was having some medical issues or something like that. So, but again, if you can tell us as much or as little as you feel comfortable telling us. I'm not gonna Just let me know how much you want to. Hey, ATC, getting a little late tonight. And just got in. Son's not feeling well. That's okay. I'm at least glad you dropped in. Um, we're gonna finish up here, but we got into something here and from Tug's. Something we just found out. Well, well, I do hope everything with Gulf is okay. Hopefully, hopefully, he get whatever. I told him to come by tomorrow. Maybe we can chat with him. Yeah, hopefully he'll come in and he's I have him as a moderator here too. So I'd love to have him come by and we can all chat. Maybe we can see what's going on and see if we can give him a hand. At least give him some support. Maybe hey, Action Toys. Hope he feels better. Also, um, hey, Toys. Good thoughts for your son. He's feeling better now. Um, he has his mama. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, back good if you can. Try to get him to drop by tomorrow. Maybe at least by hanging out with us. Maybe talking some some anime and whatever we end up talking about. Maybe that will help lift his spirits. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead now and do this day in each history, and then wrap things up with some announcements, of course. Then we'll be on our way. And now we're getting close to the 1 hour 15 mark, so that's good. Okay, so let me just remind myself of some things here real quick. Okay, so we should be ready to go there then. Okay, so today is Thursday, September the 24th, 2020. So let's take a look back at what happened on this day in Nietzsche history. Oh boy, what's going on now? Okay, why is my computer freezing up? Uh, oh man! What the hell's going on? All right. Well, sorry about that, guys. Something went a little goofy with my uh-oh. Yeah, I just good let your anger consume you. Once you do your turn to the dark side shall be complete. Did something go horribly wrong? Okay. All right. Well, I'm something dark side. Yeah, I'm back now, guys. I left to watch a guy ride a horse down a highway and came back to a frozen screen. Yeah, I had to shut things down for a moment and come back. Um, Apparently something kind of went a little goofy there. So, but I'm back now, so um, hopefully we can get back to it. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Give me a sec while I go off screen. Okay, so as I was saying, today being Thursday, September 24th, 2020, let's look back on this day in niche history. First off, we go back 80 years. We go back 80 years to 1940. On this date in 1940, DC Comics would release on the newsstands the 30th issue of Action Comics. At this point in time, of course, Action Comics, which the main feature was Superman by this point, and had been the main feature pretty much since Action Comics 1, um, was still an anthology title in which they would it was a monthly anthology title in which they would feature many different characters. Here, as you can tell, it was like 7 characters. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, yeah, 7 characters. Some of the features included, of course, Superman, Zatara, Tex Thompson, all those guys, from Earth 2, and then Black Pirate from Earth 1, John Valor. So on this date in 1940, 80 years ago, Action Comics number 30 went on sale by DC Comics. Um, and you can see the list of the stories there, which include a Summer Snow, Pep Morgan, who was a kind of a sports athlete type hero, um, the Fred Norman Jinx, Black Pirate featuring the Attack, Three Aces, now the Three Aces is one of a few like um, pilot based hero type um, stories. Um, the Headhunters and the Ink and Treasures. Tex Thompson, who went through a number of incarnations, went from being Tex Thompson, which it was kind of a plain clothes playboy type super type hero, to being a masked Mr. America, to being America Commando with Dr. Mixo's protection racket. Of course, there were a lot of racketeering stories back in the 30s and 40s too, in which you had a lot of like corrupt underworld, playing rackets, in which like the protection rackets. And then you had Clip Carson, who I think was a newspaper guy, death on the set, and then the model death in Zatara. Zatara was a magician based hero in the Golden Age on Earth 2. Of course, everybody knows him as the father of Zatanna as well. This is John Zatara they're talking about. Not to be confused with his daughter Zatanna. Um, so, damn, that's older than me. Yeah, it's older than me too, that goat. But it was the stories back then were some pretty cool stuff. I mean, look at the artwork right there. Look at the cover art right there. Superman lifting up that car. That was some nice stuff to look back on, but not by much, right, back goat? Uh, true, true. R.I.P. Sky King, Captain Rich, and we got 5 people back in here now. Okay, so moving on to the next piece of history then. And we did go back 80 years, so that is some history, huh? So let's look back now to the next bit of history. Going 40 years into the future, back 30 years from behind us, back to 1990. And I had something to say. Classically good cover. Yep, it was a classically good cover there, anonymity. So on this in this day in pro wrestling history, on this date back in 1990, Herb Abrams UWF Universal Wrestling Federation holds its first TV taping in Reseda, California. Herb Abrams was a promoter who took on the UWF name out, since Bill Watts did not get that copyrighted. So this UWF is not to be confused with Bill Watts' UWF that was born out of the Mid South territory. Um, on this debut TV taping included Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff battling to a double countout. Um, Billy Jack Haynes and Colonel De Beers also battling to a double countout. Dan Spivey and Brian Blair battle to a double DQ, and then Dave Sammartino beats Cactus Jack by DQ. Now, Dr. Death Steve Williams, you all should know from his time in, well, I guess you guys wouldn't know, he was also involved in the other UWF I was talking about, but from his time in WCW in the late 80s as part of the Varsity Club with Mike Rotunda and Kevin Sullivan. Paul Orndorff, you probably all remember from his time in the WWF, as well as his time in the early 90s, after this, early 90s in WCW. Billy Jack Haynes was also in the WWF for a short time. Colonel De Beers was in the AWA, played up the whole South African bit. Dan Spivey, probably most of you would remember him as Waylon Mercy in the WWF. And Brian Blair was one half of the Killer Bees with Jim Brunzell. David Sammartino, if the name Sammartino sounds familiar to you, David was the son of former WWF World Heavyweight Champion Bruno Sammartino. And albeit David did get a lot of chances to succeed, he really didn't measure up to the same level his father did. He was a good athlete, was a pretty good bodybuilder, but just didn't have, from what I understand, he didn't have the same level of charisma as his dad did. And then Cactus Jack, many of you know better as Mick Foley. Cactus Jack was one of Mick Foley's, many identities. So let's see. I guess you guys don't have much to say on that. And so I guess I don't blame you. I know you guys are not as, see, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm guessing you're talking about the cover. So, um, yeah. Mick Foley, Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack. Yes, those are all of his incarnations. In fact, it's kind of funny because I think it was back early on in Mick's career. I think it was back in, I think it was 1986, 87, around there. He actually initially was in the WWF as enhancement talent for a while there under the name Jack Foley. At times, Cactus Jack Foley, um, being nicknamed after his dad, from what I understand. Um, I always listen to wrestling stuff to learn a little. Yeah, well, Mick Foley is probably he goes beyond, even though he's well known for his work as a pro wrestler, particularly on the hardcore side of it. He's also done a few other things, like he's written some books, like Have a Nice Day. Some of it's about his wrestling experience. I think he did write a Christmas book one year. He's quite a bit of a personality. Kind of lives up to his reputation for having a screw loose. So, excuse me a moment here. And with everything going, we've had this stream going, in fact. So, anyway, so now to move on to the next bit of history on this date. Okay, so on this date in 2010, 10 years ago today, um, the animated movie Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, a 3D computer animated fantasy adventure film, was released on this date. Um, it was distributed here in the United States by Warner Brothers Pictures. It was released on this date in North America. Produced by Village Roadshow Pictures, Animal Logic, Cruel and Unusual Films, GOG. But on this date 10 years ago, Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, was released on this date. So they say about the plot here. I'll just read maybe the first paragraph here because that should give us a basic. Soren, a young barn owl, lives in the forest with Taito. Lives in the forest of Taito with his family. His father, Noctis, Noctis, I guess a variation of the word nocturnal. His mother, Marella, his older brother, Clud, his younger sister, um, Eglantine, and Mrs. Pithiver, or Mrs. P, the family nest maid. A blind snake, Soren enjoys listening to the legends of Ga'Hoole, which are mythical tales of warrior owls. In jealousy of Soren's flight talent, one day Clud pushes him off a branch, but inadvertently falls as well to the ground. Being flightless, they are attacked by a Tasmanian devil, but are kidnapped by two long-eared owls, Jat and Jut, during the attack. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of it. I was just trying to give you a basic idea. Don't know if any of you. I'd not even heard of that film until I, saw it here, now. So, don't know if any of you have seen that, but let's see. Yes, Mick Foley is a big name. I love the game based on that movie. So you're talking about the Legend of the Guardians, the Legends of um, Ga'Hoole there, Dave? I think I remember when that was coming out. Back when I was a kid of 42. uh, I should rewatch that movie at some point. Haha, I was 22. I think we were watching a TV show and saw that preview, like WTF is that? So I guess you're 32 now, Anonymity. It's a good movie. Recommendation. We'll check for it then. Okay, so moving on then to the last bit of history, each history. Um, Indeed. Okay, so on this date, 5 years ago, the animes Danchigai, um, Himoto Umaru-chan, and School Live all finished their runs on this date in 2015, 5 years ago today. So 5 years ago today, the animes done Chigai, Himoto Umari-chan, and School Live all finished their runs. So let's take a quick peek at what type. So Don Chigai, literally translates big difference, is a Japanese four-panel comedy manga series. So according to this, it's primarily comedy. It sounds like. Oh, and let's see. Himoto Umari-chan. Let's see what that one is a Japanese manga series by Sankaku Hiad. Um, I'm pronouncing it Hiad because I think that would be how it'd be pronounced in Japanese. I know it reads in English as head. So, and this one's a comedy slice of life anime. And then School Live, um, literally translated as living at school. Um, oh yeah, I think I've seen some of the anime for the horror, psychological thriller, slice of life. I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen. I actually was watching this a while back. It's a pretty interesting one. Basically, kind of an apocalyptic type of anime, in which these girls end up having to live at school because if they try to leave the school, they'll be overtaken by a bunch of their fellow students who have become basically zombies. So I don't know any of those except God Eater. I've never seen or read that one either, though. Yeah, two of them I don't even think were dubbed. I know School Life was dubbed because that was dubbed by Sentai. That much I do. How was well? It was dubbed by Seraphim Digital Sounds. It was distributed by Sentai. So, but that's pretty much it for this day in each history. Actually, we ended up stretching out some time, thanks in part due to the technical difficulties. uh, all right, guys. Well, hopefully, I will hear back from the people I'm trying to get for tomorrow night. I haven't still heard back from them yet. But if I do, then we'll have some guests on. If not, I'll of course open up the studio for if any of you would like to join me and we can discuss a whole bunch of stuff. I think it was Batgoat who wanted to talk more about the Smurfs castings. Wow, it looks like we're up to 6 people now. Wow, woohoo! So thank you guys for joining me, even in the midst of some of the technical stuff, the stream freezing on us and all that. But I thank you and I appreciate you guys coming out. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.